Hey y'all! I'm so excited to be making this video. If you're new here, my name is Taylor and I make videos about clean and Christian fiction. And I was in a bit of a hiatus because I had a second baby back in February. And so I'm back now. I'm so excited to be back to making videos. Yeah, we're all doing really well. And I just really want to get back to doing this because I love it so much. So for my first video, I toyed with the idea of some different ideas, and I ended up doing this one, the quarter year crisis book tag, because I felt like it was more like a check-in, like a good starter video to being back at it. But I am also participating or co-hosting in the Southern Charm Readathon this year. It's my second year doing it with book lover Amanda and a lot of lovely other co-hosts. There's 6 of us. So I will be doing that video next, talking about the prompts, which most of you probably already know if you're participating. It's already May, and you probably already participating if you want to, but there's never too late to start. But I did have some recommendations. It's taking me a little bit longer to get it out there, but I hope that maybe you might find one to read this month, if not later. So I still plan on doing that. I just felt like this video is a little bit more appropriate for starting back at it again, so I can knock this one out real quick and then hopefully film that one pretty soon. I have it all planned out. I know what I'm going to say, but I just need to film it. So I did want to do a little bit of a life update. Like I said, I had my second baby. He is doing lovely. He is just now starting to smile and coo, and it just makes my heart melt every time. And my oldest is, she's doing really well with him. She loves to help, and it's really lovely and just amazing to see my 2 children interact with each other. So yeah, we're doing really well. But we had some unexpected good news about maybe 2 weeks ago or something like that, which is why my videos got delayed. I had planned on getting this all out end of April, early May, but yeah, my timeline got delayed a little bit because we got the news that my husband has been accepted into an education program, and we are moving. We did not think, it did not look, ooh, I hit the wall. It didn't look like he would get in. It's a very competitive program, and it was really just a godsend because we're getting closer to the semester starting, and he got a call that he was accepted. So we are moving to Indiana. I'm really excited for him. I'm so proud of him. Like I said, it was a really, really hard program to get into. Really, really competitive. He applied to several different schools. He actually applied to 10. And he was waitlisted for 3 of them. And this one let him in. So, yeah, it's just a little bit mind-boggling. All that needs to be done very, very quickly. So I'm in the throes of packing up, moving, decluttering, prettying up the space that we are currently living in, trying to find a new place to live in the midst of having a newborn with a toddler. So if y'all could keep me in your prayers, I would highly appreciate it. I covet prayers. They definitely help me. I could feel the Holy Spirit in my birth. I do want to talk more about that, about my birth story, because I feel that is a story I definitely want to share, and I hope it will be encouraging to other women. But that needs to have a whole other video, so that's coming hopefully soon. But yeah, I really want to do a dedicated video just for that. I know that's not everybody's cup of tea, like birth, but I did want to share it, so that's coming. Anyways, yeah, that's, birth. I gave birth and we're moving across the country. I live in South Carolina, if you didn't know, so we're going north, and I'm very proud Southern girl. My family has lived in South Carolina for generations. I even have family members that have landmarks like memorials in near where I live, and None of my family has ever moved, so this is entirely new for me. I know nothing about snow other than like a couple inches, and that has been a few years ago, like when I was a kid. So I am completely unprepared, and if you have any advice for living in the north, let me know. I would be ever so grateful. I do have some friends who have been giving me some tips, but I could always use more. So anyways, long introduction to this video. But I hope y'all are doing well. I'm just really excited to be back. But let's jump into the questions. You're kind of getting a sneak peek into what I read. That's another video that I plan to do soon, as my recent reads. I just have all these video ideas lined up, and I just need to find the time to do them within the chaos that's happening. I know people are gonna say that you know, get the videos out whenever you have time. Don't stress yourself out or whatever. This is my outlet. This is my hobby. This is my time for social connection, because I don't have really any many real life friends that like to talk books, at least. So this is what I want to do. I just need to find time to do it, really. So anyways, let's get into the questions yet again. So question 1, how many books have you read so far this year? So I set a goal of 25 books, or was it? Yeah, it was 25 books. 24 or 25? 25. It's 25. I'm on brain. Yeah, so I set a goal for 25 books, and I was thinking like I could do basically 2 a month with one extra, because 25 and 25 was what my brain was thinking. And I did you know, I can't remember how many last year, like 70, 60 or 70, something like that. And so I did not want to set myself too much of a lofty goal, because again, was having a baby, didn't know how much I could devote time to reading. So I set my goal kind of low, and I've already surpassed it. So I'm like, now should I create a new goal, or should I just leave it? I think I'm just gonna leave it. I need the little wins in life, I guess. But yeah, I am currently, I guess I kind of spoiled the answer for that. I met my goal. If I did not say that, I don't think I did. Sorry, I'm just kind of out there from my mom brain. I've read 27 so far this year. So I have surpassed my 25 books reading goal. Go me, I'm so excited. A lot of that happened in March. So same thing happened with my daughter, where I just had this huge surge of reading because I was awake a lot. So yeah, that definitely helped a good bit. So I'm still trucking right along. I have a little bit of a slump right now, but I think that's because of everything going on. Anyways, number 2. What is a book that is a 2025 favorite, if you have one? So I have 4 that I wanted to mention. I've had a really good reading year so far. I'm hitting my goal and I'm reading good books, so I'm happy about that. So the first one is In Royal Ruins by Serena Clark. This one is a King Thrushbeard retelling. I've already talked about it on one of my recent reads video. A recent reads video before I had my baby. But it was really, really good. I've read another one. I think this one was better. Or another King Thrushbeard retelling. I think this one was better. Just good banter. You know, the character arc for the main girl was just excellent. She was really bratty, and then she got some life experiences that were very entertaining. And yeah, so highly recommend that one, especially if you like fairy tale retellings. And I think these next 3 I have yet to talk about on this channel, because I read them after I gave birth. So The Serendipity by Emma St. Clair. This is the first book in the Only Magic in the Building series, I think it's called. But it is about a magical apartment building. It's set in contemporary times, so it's more whimsical. Think like The Lake House with Sandra Bullock, or like 13 Going on 30, that kind of magical whimsy, not like spells or spells casting or anything like that. I'm just kind of like a, almost like a sentient, not really, like they're not, it's not talking to you, but this magical building. So it's a matchmaking building, and in this one, the main characters meet because one of them opens her closet and ends up coming out of the closet of the main guy, and they butt heads in the beginning a little bit, but yeah, I really loved it. I don't know, it was just so fun, and it made me laugh and just so whimsical. And I rarely like contemporary books, and I think maybe like the whimsical magical twist to it helped me like it a lot more than I would have if it was just plain old contemporary. Anyways, I'll talk more about these in recent reads, but A Brilliant Night of Stars and Ice by Rebecca Connolly. This one is a story, a Titanic story, and I read it in remembrance of the sinking of the Titanic, which was April 15th, 113 years ago this year. I just am fascinated with all things Titanic, and I just really wanted to read books around it. And this is one, I read two. Yeah, I read two. And this one was the best one. I rated it 5 stars. This one is about the ship captain of the ship that rescued the survivors of the Titanic. So he's like, it shows like behind the scenes of him making his way to the survivors, not knowing what's happening. And then also it's dual perspective. The other perspective is of a young woman that was on the ship and survived. So very gripping, very lots of details that you wouldn't necessarily hear about the event. That I learned some stuff, basically, different perspective on what happened. So highly recommend that. It is secular, but it was still clean. There was only one cuss word, and I think it was more like, you know, real life situation where I think it probably would have come out of someone's mouth. It was the D word. So I forgave it for that. The third book that I wanted to talk about, or fourth book, is Ties of Starlight by Celeste Baxendale. This is my favorite book of the year so far. Okay. It is part of the Tethered Hearts series, and this one is like star-crossed lovers type of thing, but is about a half human, half elf woman. She is betrothed to an elf to basically perform this ritual that is supposed to like ensure the elves keep their powers, like their magical abilities. And so he leaves her at the altar, and then this other guy, her arch nemesis, steps in, and it's a marriage of convenience. Not so much convenience for her because she does not like him, but he has feelings for her, and he has no idea that she hates him. Anyways, it was so good. It just gripped you. I don't think I'm doing it justice in explaining it, but if you love fantasy and romance, you gotta read this book, okay? It grabs you. And very few books now get to that level for me anymore, but I loved my time with it, and I will talk more about it in my recent reads. So I just wanted to glaze over those and kind of explain what they are so you know what I'm talking about, but I'll go more in detail later. Number 3. Are there any 1-star books or least favorite books of the year so far? Yes, I had one DNF so far, and this one made me angry. So it is The Dark Prince's Choice by Caitlin Deliath, I think is how you say her name. It has an interesting premise, which is a mashup of Cinderella and Beauty and the Beast. Like, that to me, I love anything Beauty and the Beast. The cover was gorgeous. I actually got about 70% in, and I just could not take it anymore. It's one of those cases where I just was hoping that it would change, and then I just was like, I am so done. 70%, I was so close, but I just could not do it anymore. Yeah, I will go, like I said, I will go more into detail later, but it was more so, there was a lot of things wrong with it, but one of the main things was that the guy was, even though he's supposed to be the beast, he was insufferable. He was very demanding and controlling, and I don't like that type of beast character. That he can be kind of standoffish or kind of blunt or even rude to an extent, but whenever he's like commanding, no, 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 no. Several grammatical errors. I mean, I could go on. I will stop there for now. I will go more into detail later, but yeah, that one was a bummer. And I'm the minority opinion on that. If you want to know my thoughts on it before I do my video, I did write a pretty extensive review, so to speak. I did not give it a rating because I didn't finish it, but I gave a review of why I DNF'd it on Storygraph, so you can check that out if you feel so inclined. Number 4. What is your most read genre so far? Fantasy. Up under that falls the fairy tale retelling. Lots of those, but just a broad umbrella genre, it would be fantasy. And I was also curious how much I'd read that was Christian versus clean fiction. And I am 60% clean fiction, 40% Christian fiction. So a little bit more clean fiction, which is, I've noticed a trend in my reading lately that I am kind of leaning more towards clean instead of just Christian fiction like I had in the past. And I think that's mainly because of fairy tale retellings. I think there's more of them in the clean realm versus Christian fiction. But I still love Christian fiction. I've been very much in a fairy tale retelling phase. But yeah, that's where I'm at currently. Number 5, a book that surprised you. This one I'm gonna have to say a brilliant Night of Stars and Eyes by Rebecca Connolly. I don't know why that's such a tongue twister for me, but I was expecting to like it. I did not expect to like it as much as I did. I really, really loved it. It's probably going to be a favorite of all time. I might reread it again whenever the Titanic sinking comes around, the anniversary comes around again. I want to own a copy of it one day. But yeah, that one really, really much surprised me. Very much surprised me. Words. And then also, I forgot to grab them. The Mermaid's Tale, which is the first book, and the Locket's Revenge by Ellie Richmond. These ones are mermaid books, if they're not obvious by the title. These ones are so good, and it's like every chapter was a cliffhanger, like a mini cliffhanger, and you're like, where is this author taking me? I have no idea, but I'm here for it. Yeah, both books were like that. I just had no idea what was going to happen, and it was just such a grand old time. Highly recommend those two books. Number 6, a book that came out in 2025 that you want to read but haven't yet. So I could say several for this because there's been so many good books coming out, at least in the first quarter of 2025. It's just insane. Like, I have this long list. I want to read the rest of the Only Magic in the Building series. I think I've read like half of them so far. The Tethered Hearts series, I've read a few of those. I want to read all of them, but possibly one. I'm not quite sure about one of them. And then Andromache by Ellie Richmond. She has a sci-fi book out. It's by Enclave, so it's supposed to be Christian fiction. So I love sci-fi, so I really want to try that one out. And then I also bought some pre-orders, and I don't ever really get pre-orders, and I don't know why I did this time. I guess because they all look so good, I just grabbed them all at once so I could get some shipping deal or something. And have I read a single one of them? No. It is, in my defense, it is harder to read a physical book versus the Kindle when you're trying to feed a baby at the same time. So that may be why I haven't picked these up yet, but I will pick them up eventually. So these are Shattered Sanctuary by Nancy Mel, is her newest romantic suspense book, and I love Nancy Mel's writing. There is supposed to be a cameo of one of my favorite characters, which is Kaylee Quinn. I read all of that series last year and really enjoyed it, so I'm very excited that she is coming back as a cameo in this book. I'm like, oh, I didn't even know that until I heard someone else talking about it, and I was like, oh, I didn't even read that on the back. I just bought it because it's Nancy Mel. And then I also bought Jamie Jo Wright's newest release, Tempest at Annabelle's Lighthouse, and I've only read one Jamie Jo book so far, and it was okay for me, but I keep hearing everybody saying how good her books are, so I'm hoping that I will like this one and other books by her. But I don't know, I was interested in the lighthouse part, intrigued me, the cover, so we'll see how I feel about it. I'm not sure when I'll read it. I may read it in October-ish, around there. I tend to read more of the gothic, spooky type books around the fall time, so it may be a little while till I read that one. I'm not sure. Also picked up Written in Secret by Crystal Caudle. It is book 1 in the Art of Love and Danger series, and this one I'm not even quite sure. I was honestly intrigued by the cover. It looks very dark and mysterious, but I will read you the back. What happens when fiction becomes reality? In the corruption-infested Queen City, danger lurks in every shadow, but Lydia Pelton refuses to stay silent. She writes under a pseudonym, E.A. Dopin, crafting crime novels to exact justice and right the wrongs she sees in society. When a serial killer decides to be the sword to her pen, Lydia is confronted with the consequences of her words. 4 men are dead, and the city blames her. Okay, it's coming back to me now. That's why I bought this. Kind of gives like Jack the Ripper type meets Sherlock Holmes, maybe. That's the vibe I'm getting from this. I don't know. We'll see. And then the last one I got, which I am super excited about. Why have I not picked this up yet? I don't know. Probably like the reason I said before, I can't physically hold it. But this one, like this cover, drew me in initially. But it is also a time travel romance. Yes, please. I love those. The Tides of Time by Sarah M. Eden. It's the first book in a Stormtide romance. It's a proper romance, so I believe it is like what am I trying to say? Regency era. Yeah, I think in 1793, a storm propels Lily forward through time, kindling a love that transcends the ages. So I think, it says it strands her in the unfamiliar world of 1873. So almost 100 years in the future. So I am so excited about this book. And I think the second one comes out soon, I believe. Or later this year. I think it's September. That's not relatively soon. It's this year, so that's saying a lot. But I need to get to this one. I love time travel, and I'm a sucker for romance. So let's see what else is next. Number 7. One goal you made that you are succeeding at. And I did not hold myself to a lot of goals because I knew that I probably wouldn't be able to keep them with a newborn, a new baby, an infant. So I'm just going to say my Goodreads goal, 25 books, 27 out of 25. Let's go. Number 8, who is a booktuber that is new to you this year? And I will say I am behind on watching people's booktube videos. I've been trying to get a little bit caught up, but I'm not quite all the way there yet. But I did see thanks to Amanda, because she shares new booktubers on her community tab. So I found them, pretty sure, I found both of them through Amanda. So thank you, Amanda, for doing that. So Bookish Kelly and Cora Mabry. I found both of them. I've watched a few of their videos so far, and they're both really fun. And I can't tell you how happy I am that the Christian fiction or the Christian booktube community is growing, and seeing everybody, love Jesus and talk about books, and just how unique everybody is. So you just learn something new from everybody, and yeah, I really love. I love finding new booktubers and watching everybody's videos that have been here a while too. So those are all the questions. Let me know what your favorite book of the year so far is. And like I said, if you have any helpful hints for me about moving across the country, living in the north with snow, which I hear it gets in the negatives. I think I've only lived one time when it was in the negatives. Got that cold down here in the south. So this is gonna be something else. I will take y'all along with me, of course. Maybe I will share a vlog on the way up there or something. I don't know. That's probably a lot to ask. I don't know. I tend to be over ambitious with what I want to do. But anyways, I will say too, like, my life will look a lot different the next 4 years. We will have to downsize quite a bit, probably by half. Because what we can pay for down here in the south is not nearly as much as we're finding that up north in Indiana we can afford up there in the area that we're looking at. So that will look different. We'll be in a different place, probably renting, which not looking forward to that. We'll see if we can find a house, but expenses will be tight because we'll be relying on my income. I will be a single income family while my husband goes to school. So it'll be challenging for a little while. We have no family up there. We don't know anybody. So we're really trusting in the Lord right now. This will definitely be an exercise of faith for me. But I'm also really excited that this is a new adventure, and I'm trying to be optimistic about it and not to get too scared. But yeah, if y'all could keep us in your prayers, I'd really appreciate it. And I'll keep you posted. I will have my Southern Charm recommendations video coming, a recent reads video, possibly a book haul, not sure. And my birth story, and a lot of other ideas I can't think of right now, but I have them written down. I've been tagged a few times, so just a lot of hopefully good videos coming soon. Yeah, I know a few, not a lot, but a few booktubers who have had a second kid, and they have stopped making videos since. I really hope that's not going to be me because I really love doing this. So yeah, anyways, I'm rambling. I need to stop talking. Thank y'all so much for watching. Hope you have a great day. Bye, y'all.